Hello YouTube, welcome to another lovely video from the Finale Guitar Studio in Sheffield. Today you join me in my home. Welcome to it. Make yourself comfortable. Yes, what are we doing today, I hear you cry? Well, today we are going to look at modes. There's 4 modes that are used in traditional music and they have a tendency to perplex people. So I'm going to explain what they are, a little bit of why they are. If you are interested in the complete theoretical guide to exactly where and what their business, you can look in the box below. I've written a blog which explains exactly what modes are, how they work, various uses for them. In this, I'm only going to tell you about the 4 that apply to traditional music, and this is going to be a 2-part video, and in the other part I'm going to tell you how you would back tunes written in those modes, because it changes, it affects what chords you use, which mode tunes are written in. So there's 4 modes that folky tunes use. The first most common one is Ionian, and this is what people just call bog standard major, because if I play you D Ionian mode, on a banjo it sounds like this, and you're probably thinking to yourself, well, that sounds a lot like a major scale, and that's because it is exactly the same as a major scale, but it also happens to be called the Ionian mode. So there you go, that's the most common one. So here is a tune in D Ionian mode. So that's an easy one to spot. It sounds happy, therefore it's Ionian. There is, however, another mode which sounds happy but is not Ionian, but because the mode to which I'm referring has a flattened 7th in it, it sounds like this. And that one is the Mixolydian mode. So I'll play you the Ionian mode going up and coming down, and then I'll play you the Mixolydian mode going up and coming down. You should clearly be able to hear the last note but one on the way up is the 7th note, and that one is going to be flattened in the second one. So here's the Ionian, and here is the Mixolydian. So you can hear in the key of D, my C sharp has changed to a C for the Mixolydian. So here is a tune in D Mixolydian. And so on. So you can hear that's got a C in it instead of a C sharp, which is the 7th note of the D major scale, which is flattened by a semitone. So that is in D Mixolydian, that one. That's Humours of Ballyloughlin, lovely tune. So that's the two major keys, and that's because the 3rd note in them, the 3rd note defines whether your key is major or minor, and the 3rd in both of those is major. So that's the 2 types of major tune that you get in Irish music. There's also 2 types of minor tune. The first is the Aeolian mode. So I'm going to play you an E Aeolian scale. So that's very common in Irish music. The Aeolian mode has a minor 3rd, and both the 6th and the 7th are flattened in comparison to where they would be in the major scale. So yeah, it sounds very dark and dour. There's also the Dorian mode, and the Dorian mode is like the Aeolian mode, except that the 6th note in it is a semitone higher than it was in the Aeolian mode. So the Dorian mode sounds like this. This is E Dorian. It's a bit more hopeful, because it's got that note in it. It makes me think of like jubilant post-battle scenes in films about medieval history. So here is a tune. This is a tune called Sean Ryan's Jig. This is in E Aeolian. That's the Aeolian one. You can hear it's got the normal sixth, the normal flat sixth in it. So that one is Aeolian, very dour. Here's one called Morrison's Jig, which has got the raised sixth in it and is thus in Dorian. Yeah, here we go. And so on and so forth. So you can hear that one's got that one there, which is a C sharp in it, and the previous tune had a C natural in it. So yeah, Aeolian is very minor and Dorian is minor, but it's got a happy sixth note in it, so it's sort of optimistic minor, if you like. So the more tunes you listen to and consider to yourself, is this Aeolian or Dorian, the more that distinction will become clear in your brain. In the next video we're going to look at how you back those tunes, because you can use different chords under Mixolydians to under Ionians and under Dorians to under Aeolians, but they still basically follow the same principles I've discussed in previous videos. So yeah, the next video will be up very shortly, and thank you for watching. Oh, also, if you'd like to book a free first guitar lesson in the Sheffield area, my contacts are available on my website, which is in the box below, and you can also book a lesson via Skype, and thereafter lessons will cease to be free, but they are still very reasonably priced. $12.50 for half an hour usually. I may do some sort of discount if you're particularly especially nice or skint. Right, thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for the next one.